This is your Weather Extreme video for Sunday, May the 30th. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters, and thanks for tuning into the Weather Extreme video. Boy, has it been sort of stormy here for the last couple of days, and it looks like stormy just rolls along. Let's take a look at our Coleman Skycam this morning, and we got a little color there as we're actually seeing a little bit of blue sky along with some clouds. I think most people are waking up to a mostly cloudy sky this morning across central Alabama. A little bit of color in the sky as we look out over the Tennessee River at Decatur, and certainly a beautiful shot up that way. And then how about Selma as we look at the Alabama River down there, and it looks like mostly clear skies off in the direction the camera is looking there, off to the east-southeast. But indeed, we do have clouds across central Alabama. And things were rather stormy yesterday morning, and then a little bit of a break, and then we had stormy in the afternoon and early evening. And it looks like that kind of situation is going to continue with us, although we're not quite as stormy this morning as we were yesterday. In the upper atmosphere, the culprit for all of this is that little low spinning over north central Mississippi. Certainly showing up very well on the satellite imagery, and it was showing up well yesterday, and that's the culprit, helping to enhance showers and thunderstorms over Alabama. And a lot of people got over 1 inch of rain. Not everybody got rain yesterday, but I know at my house in Helena we had 1.3 as a total for the day. About 0.4 in the morning, and then another about a 0.9 in the afternoon. Temperatures this morning generally in the upper 60s, although if you get up there towards Gadsden, they're at 64. And let's see, a little bit warmer down along the Gulf Coast towards south central Alabama, where they're actually in the lower 70s. As I said, we don't have quite as many storms going on, but they stretch from just a little bit to the south of Vance over toward Lamar County and Aliceville and Pickensville and that area over there. So indeed we do have showers this morning, and QPF guys is still indicating on the order of 1 to 2 inches for a large section of the southeastern U.S., as this weather pattern is just going to stick with us and is not moving a great deal. The Storm Prediction Center is not outlooking any specific area in the southeastern U.S. for severe weather, but the little C text means that they're kind of watching, and there is a possibility we may see some isolated severe storms. Primarily damaging wind is the most likely category. The slight risk area is confined primarily from southeastern Kansas across a good part of western Oklahoma into the Texas Panhandle. On day 2, which is going to be actually Memorial Day itself, the C text sticks around for the southeastern U.S. as we may see some isolated severe storms. And then the slight risk is the Texas and Oklahoma Panhandle and western Kansas, as well as the Front Range or the eastern part of Colorado. All right, let's get to the 06Z GFS model run, and here is our little bitty low that is creating so much unsettled weather across the southeastern U.S., and it's not forecast to move a great deal. So the result is a good deal of showers and thunderstorms across the southeastern U.S. Very little happens, although we're beginning to see it weaken some on Memorial Day, but I believe it's still there in north central Mississippi, so therefore we're going to be seeing a number of showers and thunderstorms. Coverage sort of probably a little bit less on Monday than what we'll see today. Now by Tuesday, much of that little trough is moved out a little bit, but it is still kind of in the area. If you look at the wind barbs there, you can see there's a bit of a weakness or a trough in there, and the result is that we should see on June 1st, once again, the possibility of scattered storms across central Alabama. Wednesday, we're beginning to see some changes. This is June 2nd, and we're beginning to see some changes as a trough comes across the north central part of the United States. But in the meantime, we still have, while it's a bit of a ridging pattern across the southeastern U.S., we still have that weakness that's in there, and the result is that we still will see some scattered showers, but perhaps by the 2nd we won't have quite as good a coverage. Now that trough, as it comes across the central U.S. and reaches the Great Lakes area, begins to deepen just a little bit, strengthen just a little bit, and that should once again help to kick off more showers and thunderstorms on Thursday. So I think Thursday is going to be a day with at least a little more in the way of coverage. But again, not everybody will get wet. The trough does quickly go by, but the little weakness seems to hang back on Friday. But that means that hopefully things will be a little bit weaker as the main trough has gone by, and we'll still see some scattered showers. Now, by the 5th, we're beginning to show a much bigger trough come in from the north central part of the United States. And I think that what that's going to do is actually help to suppress showers for us, as we do see a little bit of a front coming across the area from Chicago down towards Kansas City. So we may actually see some slightly cooler and drier air as we get into northwesterly flow that becomes a lot more evident by Sunday, a week from today. So certainly at least some changes coming, and by Sunday it looks like, once again, maybe an isolated shower or two. All right, well, let's go out into Voodoo, and it looks like things go back to a ridge pattern on the 10th, so not much to report about on that. And then once again, we stay under a weak ridge as we have a trough around the western part of the United States around the 14th. So looks like just not a lot of change to our overall weather pattern. Well, certainly appreciate you tuning into the Weather Xtreme video. Certainly glad that with all the lightning we had around yesterday, we didn't see any reports of anybody being struck by lightning. So please keep that in mind with these storms and perform lightning safety and take those precautions and don't risk it. I'm Brian Peters, and James Spann should be back tomorrow with the next edition on Memorial Day. In the meantime, I hope that you have a great Sunday, and Godspeed.
Each day there are new stories to tell about the people who live here and the place we call home.
All of the faces that I see, all of the places close to me, they're all part of all the best things about home.
Sharing your stories on ABC 3340, Alabama's news leader.